I love you. Welcome back to the Couch Potatoes. I am the Green Traveler. Ooh, that excited my dog.
Zelda's singing too.
That's how bad my singing is. It gets all the dogs to start howling.
I am the Faceless Leon, believe it or not. And this is a podcast about movies and TV called Green Faceless on the Couch. Welcome back to the Disney playlist.
Hello. Hooray.
Hooray.
We're here.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Hello. That was, actually, speaking immediately of French Lumiere, his best friend Cogsworth, I never knew this. It's David Ogden Stiers, the guy from MASH, that we talked about him before. It's Charles Emerson Winchester III.
Okay.
Never knew it. We watched so much MASH as kids, like me and my brother, like constantly watched this show. And we watched, or at least I watched, Beauty and the Beast a fucking lot. Because I love this movie.
It's a good movie.
Never knew it was the same person.
That's
Never.
Hilarious. But
it is hilarious.
Oh, he's also the narrator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What a surprise. It doesn't say that in the Wikipedias.
Well, it does on the IMDb's.
Dibidis.
Yeah.
Diabetes.
So, you also know, Mrs. Potts is played by Angela Lansbury. And for some reason,
right,
I always thought it was Julie Andrews.
Well, that's because you're silly.
That's because I'm silly.
No, honestly, I couldn't have told you who was who. I only knew Robbie Benson. That was it. I didn't even know Pedro Hera was. I think I knew that
Bell. More
Look how we're
because
doing
of
this.
where we went to school. Somebody could work that out. I think we probably already mentioned it too, but whatever. I don't know what we keep secret anymore.
I know, man. It's really, our whole lives is weird now. Like, this whole government conspiracy shit, all the NDAs we've had to sign.
I know.
It's weird. Sorry we've been away for a while, guys. Our schedules are really rough. I got kidnapped by the government again. You were busy.
I was working. And then I was like, I probably should do an announcement about the show, and I did. And then I was like, it's strange. The Green Traveler hasn't contacted me and been like, you want to record? And usually, you're more on top of it than I am. And I'm like, oh, maybe there's something wrong. So after I finished my run of the Nutcracker, which went okay, it went pretty well.
Yeah. That's nice.
I
was getting my nuts cracked, let me tell you.
I found out where they were keeping you. It is close to where we live. I'm not going to name names.
And you sent Liam Neeson to save me.
I did send Liam Neeson. He said, yes, you can use my particular set of skills. He's much more Irish in person.
Yeah. And oddly enough, when he showed up, he was acting like somebody else. He was acting like David Harbour from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but he showed up and he was acting like him.
And he said, like, ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, he did. He's a Violent Night. That's what he was. We're doing this so awfully, but speaking of Violent Night, if you are interested in hearing my opinions on the new movie Violent Night starring David Harbour, you should head on down to patreon.com/greenandfaceless and sign up to be a $5 tier patron or above. Yeah. And you'll have access to our exclusive Bangers and Hash.
Yeah, it's like buying a friend a cup of coffee once a month, and then you get to hear them talk about movies and TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's nice. And we share the coffee, too. You know what I mean? Right. We put straws in it. It's very Lady and the Tramp style.
That's right. And also, Zelda.
I'm not happy with me cheating on you. She's like, you ought to do the Lady and the Tramp shit with me.
So, I was about to get us back on track for Beauty and the Beast, but before we move on, Bangers and Hash, because we've been away for a while, we have decided we're going to share our next episode of Bangers and Hash.
That's true.
To the public as well, so you guys can get a little bit of a taste on that. And hopefully you like it, and
you know what?
Check it out.
To sell it even better, because I know Violent Night isn't the drawing point of the episode. The drawing point, I mean, you'll be bringing TV shows. I'll be bringing movies.
Yeah.
And the big movie that I'm going to be talking about, that I'm sure all you want to hear about, is Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have talked about The Crown before, but I can update on the new season. It's a new cast too.
Ooh shit.
And also I watched The Vow. If you want to hear what that's about, you can come check it out.
The Vowel?
The Vow.
Like
VOW.
AEIOU? I do.
You do? I do too.
Vow, gotcha.
Yeah.
I understand.
So, Beauty and the Beast. It is a movie.
Isn't that what we're here for?
Song. It is a very old story. Oh, you know what? I always talk about the original story. I didn't even pull that up. I know that
very
it's
old
French,
story. Would you say it's a tale as old as time?
It's a tale as old as however old this French tale is.
Time!
But I would say that, you know, the Princess and the Frog kind of almost fits the same
I don't know what you're talking about.
Story structure. It's except for, you know, he's not like abusive.
You know, I heard a joke recently, and it made me wonder about the Princess and the Frog, and be like, yeah, why the fuck doesn't she? And the joke basically ends with, you know, the princess keeping the frog because it's a fucking talking frog. And she's just like, no, I'm not gonna kiss you. You're a fucking talking frog. That's money right there. I'm like, yeah, why would you kiss him? A gorgeous man is one thing. That's nice and all, but like, you got a talking frog.
You got a talking frog. So I just looked up the Wikipedia for the Beauty and the Beast, the original. My dog's going crazy now too, so something's going on.
It's a dog-filled episode.
Well, you know, they know we're talking about this vicious prince.
They're like, the beast looked like a dog almost.
So there's this print of an etching for Beauty and the Beast, where Beauty, I don't know if they're called Belle in that, she is releasing...
La Bête.
What?
La Belle, La Bête. So yeah, La Belle.
La Belle, thank you.
I can't speak French at all, so I'm probably saying all of that incorrectly, but that's what it translates. The French looks like La Belle et La Bête. It's probably incorrect pronunciation. You can all attack me. I'm sorry, I don't speak French.
You got it okay.
There's probably more phlegm in there.
La Belle, she is helping Le Prince. It'd be Le Prince, but it's not Prince. She's helping the guy out of the beast as if it's a costume, but, you know, she's ripping the skin off of him. So there's a different... Oh my God, yeah. So there's a second head, like, just sitting right next, the beast head sitting next to this, like, gorgeous prince guy. And it's beautiful, but also brutal. And I didn't even notice. I'm looking at the same image as you, and I didn't even see that. That's just it's fucking nasty. Crazy. I like the big light change that they do at the end of this movie. I guess we didn't synopsize the movie at all.
That's okay. We'll do that after you.
Okay, yeah. Anyhow, in this original story, I don't have time to really read this. But I know that it is from a long time ago.
It says here it was published in 1740.
1740. So it's not as old as some of the stories that we have talked about in the Disney playlist. But it's there. And his name is Prince Adam.
Fun fact, it is also a female French novelist, Gabrielle Suzanne Barbault de Villeneuve.
Thank you.
Or Villeneuve.
So much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Gabriel Suzanne Barbeau de Villeneuve.
I always forget how to say Denis Villeneuve's, the director's name. I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce it right now, but I'm like looking at it and having like a momentary just like, how do you say that again? I can't remember.
So I don't know how true the story is to... I mean, the movie is to the story, rather, but
right.
It follows much the same, where a woman has to fall in love with this beastie guy to break the curse on him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was very rude to a witch-like lady, and she cursed him. She was just like, "How dare you treat me so meanly? You will look like a beast and act like a beast and be a beast,
right?
Unless somebody can fall in love with you."
That's
beautiful,
true.
man.
And
Shit.
I really wish that I had looked this up before, as I usually do, but I didn't. Now let's talk about Beauty and the Beast, the movie. Yeah, should I synopsize it? I know this movie very, very well.
Right.
I did play the Beast on stage in our high school musical production of the Broadway production. So there's a couple of songs added in there for the Beast that I don't remember at all. But I know all the
I attended the film school that the voice of the Beast taught at, but I was never taught by him.
I did audition for Robbie Benson once.
That's right.
And
that's kind of cool.
He said everybody gets a role, and then he never contacted me.
Lying bastard. No, I've heard a lot of funny stories too. Like, I'm not gonna go into them here on this platform. Not unless people tune in, get us up to about 1,000 views, and I'll give all the dirty details I've ever heard about Robbie Benson.
Why we talk about ice castles or whatever it is.
Oh my god, my mom would love that. She would love it. That's one of her favorite movies. Oh man. But yeah, like it's kind of funny that he came to IU and taught here, because it's like, you know, I was just like, I think I remember calling my mom up, and I was like, the voice of the Beast is coming here, and she's like, who? And I was like, Robbie Benson. She's like, oh, Ice Castles.
Ice Castles.
And I was like, what the fuck? Why do you know him for that and not Beauty and the Beast?
That's so funny.
But he does a great job as the Beast to bring it back, because, you know, he really does. His voice really does sound very ominous, and then at the same time you can hear, like, you know, a soft, kind undertone. Like, there is like a growl on top, but at the same time, if you were to like listen to him, you're like, oh no, he's gentle. He's a little teddy bear.
It is very good voice work. But here's how the story goes. Maurice is an inventor, father of Belle as well. He's played by Rex Everhart. And he finally makes an invention that works, and he's going to take it to the fair, but gets lost. And he ends up at the castle of Prince Adam, never named dropped in the show, but it is Prince Adam.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know he had a fight with the Beast.
I'm pretty sure in the story his name is Adam. I recall that. I don't remember what it's about, like all the differences and stuff, but I read The Beauty and the Beast at one point. I was like 12, so I don't remember.
Maurice finds the castle.
He goes in, and the servants there are everyday objects, but personified, which include Lumiere, played by Jerry Orbach, and Cogsworth, who we've already talked about. And they invite him.
Lumiere's a candlestick.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, he has the ability to just like inflame himself, which is kind of hilarious.
Yes.
And the movie constantly kind of makes it seem like it's a little erotic. Like,
just a little bit. He's kind of a naughty candle.
I love him.
Yeah.
I love him a lot.
Yes.
And Cogsworth is just a mini little clock.
Yes, he is. He's a little mantle clock. and he has a pendulum and everything. And the first thing that Maurice does, in fact, is like open him up and start messing with this pendulum. He's like, "Sir!"
It was really funny too when I saw David Ogden Stier's name pop up, and I was like, "Wait, who did he play?" Mm-hmm. And it's all those Cogsworth. Once he came on, and I was just like, "How did I not know?" Like it's so clearly him. Oh, it was so weird. It was just like, I don't know. Just a fact that somehow slipped past kid me who loved MASH. Like,
but now you're here and and now you can appreciate this movie more. Anyways,
Indeed.
They're showing him a good time, but their master, the Beast, who has been cursed, as we said, to I don't know, be a Minotaur. I don't know what the fuck he is.
I looked it up. The animators. This is coming straight from the Wikipedias. Oh. The animators drew him with the head structure and horns of an American bison, the arms and body of a bear, the eyebrows of a gorilla, the teeth and mane of a lion, the tusks of a wild boar, and the legs and tail of a wolf.
Bomb! It's Man Bear Pig!
Indeed.
So, anyhow, he gets all mad and huffy, and like that's the first time you see him, and he's real mean, and he throws him in the dungeon or the tower. No, he throws him in the tower. It's very different, but the same. And
it's pretty much yeah.
So he then Belle rather after.
My favorite Disney princess.
Yes, that's fair. It's a fair assessment. She is a strong character in the way that she...
For the longest time.
For the longest
time.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyhow,
I was interrupting.
She rejects Gaston, who's played by Richard White, and she, by the way, is played by Paige O'Hara. And so he is like this big macho hunter guy and has to have Belle just because she's not interested in him. And she is a bookworm. And really, I was talking to my wife about this, and it's like, what does Belle do? It seems that she just reads. And this small little community where everybody's doing their part, she just reads. What?
Well, I mean, I feel like not everybody really does their part. Like most of the I mean, it's kind of like an older civilization. Most of the women you see are doing household chores, which means they're pretty much married and like in charge of the house. And she's more of a spinster. She's not really married or doing anything. You know, she just gets to read and
reads.
Yeah. It's great. It's life.
And it seems to me like Maurice is struggling, like financially, and she just reads.
I mean, but he's happy, you know? He loves her, she loves him, and life's good.
He wants her to be herself, and I do appreciate it. I think they have a great relationship. It's just something I noticed on this watch. Is that
I know, no, you're totally right. You're totally right. I just don't. I refuse to see that because Bella's my ideal. Like what I was gonna say was for most of my life, for a long time, I just thought I had a crush on Belle. That I just liked Belle. But now that I'm non-binary and learning more about myself and all that stuff, I'm realizing that it was more like I just wanted to be Belle. I just wanted to just read, to just have a kind heart and just walk through the fucking day being like, this is nice.
Yeah.
I love life. I can read. I love all this, like everything that's going on. I just wanted to be that. And it's like, I fucking love Belle, man. And I also really love romances. So this was like easily right up my alley where I was just like, I want this.
Romance.
I just want to find the right woman who's going to kidnap me, throw me in her castle, and then through the Stockholm Syndrome, we can fall in love.
Yeah.
Nice.
I say it's a really good romance, but it's also very problematic.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like, I understand people's complaints about this because as you mentioned, she spurns Gaston, and then she goes to find her lost father. And she comes across the castle. She meets all the guests and everything. All the guests, Jesus, all the
servants.
The workers, the servants. Thank you. And eventually, she finds that her father's there, and makes the worst deal ever. Actually, not the worst deal. Ariel had a worse deal. Let's be honest. But she makes another bad Disney princess deal, which is. Let my old, decrepit, almost gonna die father go free, and you can lock me up instead with, all of my life ahead of me and everything.
Wasn't
it's just like, she wants to save her father.
I will
really
say,
cute.
it's not a good deal for her, but at the very least, to compare it to Ariel, is a selfless deal. Like,
it's true. It's true.
Like, Ariel is just a mad teenager. That's it.
She's just rebellion, man. It's ridiculous. And to give Daddy credit, what's his name again? Maurice. To give Maurice credit, he does be like he does actually say, he's just like, no, you've got your whole life, don't do this. He's like, I'm old, I'm gonna die, like, don't make this deal. And then the beast is just like, deal, I'll take the hot woman.
yeah
This is great.
He does
and like
then offer her an actual room. Offer, I say. But he does bring her to the room, and I did laugh a lot at that part because she was like,
it's so good.
Wait, what? I thought I would stay here. And he's like, do you want to stay in the tower?
He's like, you can.
I mean, that's weird.
I'll leave you here. Oh my god. And like I remembered what I was before we had to like finish up wrapping that plot was like, I understand people's complaints about the Stockholm syndrome of it, because eventually, now that she's locked up with the beast, they do start to recognize similarities. They start to see each other for who they really are, and then they eventually fall in love. And like, people are just like, this is ridiculous. It takes place over the course of like, a season, or if that. And I don't remember how long she's trapped there.
Well, it does, like, I always felt like it seemed like a long time, and that a season does pass. But I think it might all take place in the fall, and it's just a cold place, because it started to snow when Maurice got lost.
Right.
And then, it snows a lot while they're getting to know each other, but then it's kind of warm again when they come back. So it could take over the course of a winter, or it is just a couple days.
2 weeks.
2
weeks in a Midwestern autumn.
Yeah. I don't know what the climate's like in France.
I mean, like, I get it. I get that it is annoying when movies do this, when a romance brews so quickly and it's like, you're the one. But I mean, like, I love those kind of stories, and I feel like Beauty and the Beast gives it a lot of credit, because you do see, they both are like at odds at the very beginning.
Yeah.
But through books, through walking about the castle and talking, through having a snow fight, like, there's all these like beautiful little moments that slowly open them both up to each other and make them think that this could be possible. And it's like, I really, I don't know, because he's not Gaston. The Beast is kinder.
God. Yeah, he
has intelligence.
Well, he has an anger issue, and he's arrogant, and all these things that you might find in a spoiled royalty person. But under it, he does have an intelligence and a want to be loved, where Gaston just wants to be adored.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really love it. It's like, it's so nice. It all leads up to that ballroom scene. And that ballroom scene is phenomenal.
Time.
It's beautiful. I love it, man. I love that song. I love the animation. Like, I think that's probably the best animated scene Disney's ever put out.
It's pretty good.
Like, it's really fucking good. It's very magical.
Pretty.
And like, and I don't know, like, it's really funny watching this beast dance with, Belle, the beauty. And it's so funny because it's like, it just seems fine. It doesn't seem weird. It doesn't seem off-putting. Like, you just like looking at it, you're like, yeah, that's right. They're happy. They're smiling. It's like, he's a beast, but he's smiling. He's like Hagrid now, he's just not, he's just a lovable thing.
Aw.
I know, I brought in the sadness. Rest in peace, Robbie Coltrane.
Also, Kirstie Alley died, too.
Man, I know. And Christine McVie.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, we're having another. What was that? Was it 2016 where all
I don't know, it was everyone.
Yeah, it's just rough, man.
Well,
I saw lightning outside.
I guess people die all the time.
There's a storm coming.
Yeah, we got it over here too.
Oh my god!
Speaking of storming, there's a lot of storming going on in this show. Every time there's a dramatic scene outside, it is storming, and that might be part of the curse on Beast's castle. And speaking of the curse, like, there's this rose that he's got a time limit on it, and if the rose loses all its petals before he gets somebody to fall in love with him, then he's that way forever. Which, I think a good message could have been, like, it doesn't matter, like in Shrek, that he's this way, like, he I mean, honestly, he's stronger.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. And there is the argument to be had that, I mean, that's another thing that's kind of annoying, is it's the convenient, like, when the true love happens is right on the last petal.
Yeah.
Like, that's a little convenient. So it's like, that's another kind of like plot annoyance, I guess, if you really want to be a nitpick about it.
If you really want to be a nitpick about it, because it is also very artfully done in this animated movie. All happening at the same time. It's very dramatic. It's obviously convenient, but it is very dramatic and pulls at the heartstrings. Like, he died, and the petal fell at the same time.
I know. I was just like, I literally, when that happened, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, when I was a kid, of course. Now that I've seen it 1,000 times, I was like, here it comes. Oh my god, don't cry.
God.
It's about to be beautiful. I did think, while I was watching it this time, I had a funny thought, which was, imagine the trauma after the fact, post curse being lifted and everything, when Belle and Beast are happy, or Adam are happy forever after. And like, cut forward like 5 years. They're all just like living in the mansion. They're all like, the servants and everybody's in the living room, and somebody drops a cup, and then everybody starts crying because it's just like, oh no, Chip! And he's just like, I'm a human now. What are you guys talking about?
Don't worry about. Oh, good. Thank God, he's Bradley Pierce now. He's.
It'd be so traumatizing, though. Just like, imagine if that really happened in real life. Any time that a normal household object like breaks in any of these people's lives from here on out is going to be like a very traumatic event. It's just so crazy to think about.
It's like, will we ever get over this?
I remember when I was a wardrobe closet for 10 years. Jesus Christ. And then fucking servants dropped it down the stairs in broken pieces. Damn it. The life lost.
Well, should we do closing statements?
Absolutely. I mean, I think it's very obvious that I fucking love this movie. It's the first animation to be nominated for Best Movie at the Oscars. Wow. First to win the Golden Globe for Best Film, Comedy or Musical category. Like, cool. And totally worthy of those honors, because it's fucking good film. Yeah. I love it. The animation's brilliant. 4 fucking stars.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Mm. Obviously, I do think there are things about the story that are a little iffy, but I'm totally over. I'm super nostalgic for this film. I was in the show. Yeah. It means a lot to me, this show, and the songs are just great, and there will always be in my head to be able to pull on. Not word perfect anymore, but it used to be.
I know, right? It really did used to be.
I can't even get the tune in my head for the Beast songs because they don't exist on the movie. They're just not.
There's one that's in the. There's one that's in the live action version.
Yes.
Where Dan Stevens is
but
the Beast.
I don't know if it's the Broadway song. I can't remember.
I can't remember either, but it's so fucking beautiful. I remember just like, because that movie was kind of just like iffy.
No, that movie was bad. It was bad. It's okay.
Yeah, I don't remember it. I just remembered it being pretty much the exact fucking same.
Yeah,
like
except
no changes
for
made
kind
whatsoever.
of muddled computer animation, and Emma can't sing. I'm sorry, Emma.
I don't remember that, honestly. I can't remember anything about the singing except for Dan Stevens in that one song. That was one, like, I remember just being so bored in the movie theater, but then when that song happened, I was like, whoa, this is a good one.
Well, I'll have to listen to it again.
I was like, wow.
I was too distracted by how much I hated the movie. And that's because this animated version is a face-and-a-half movie. I love it. So,
hell yeah.
Yeah, so you shouldn't fuck around with something perfect.
No.
My wife even likes the sequels. I don't remember them as well, but there's two of them, apparently.
Oh my god. Jesus.
Yeah.
Does it get turned back into a beast?
I think it's before the curse is lifted. So in the canon of the sequels, there is quite some time that Belle is there.
Huh. So they did the sequel prequel thing.
Yeah. An in-betweequel.
I hate that.
I believe one of them they are like sitting in the living room and as Belle and Adam and thinking back to when something happened, if I recall correctly. I could be totally wrong. I'm probably talking on my ass.
They went the King's Quest route then. I see.
Yeah.
Did you ever play those games? Text-based games?
Oh, I remember somebody playing them around me, but...
Yeah, those were fun games.
Yeah.
They did that, though, where, like, by the time you got to the fifth, I can't remember all of them, and I'm going to get this so wrong, people are going to get mad, but, like, the fifth or sixth, like, King's Quest or whatever is just, like, old king thinking back to younger days.
Nice.
Like, I remember when I was young and went on adventures. Yes.
Lovely. Well, I think we did a show.
Yeah. It's been fun. I really love having y'all here. We're back at it. We've had our break.
Happy to be back.
Yeah, government couldn't hold me for long.
That's right.
But I'm tracked.
Got them.
Yeah, they got a tag on me now, so we can't really hide. Just so you know.
Shit. Well,
you know,
all right. Yeah. After we're done with this recording, we'll change locations and go again.
But there's a tag on me, is what I'm saying.
I know. I'm saying to keep. We got to catch up on recordings. We're behind. Okay.
I know, but like, are we just gonna keep on the run? Is that what you're saying?
We're
gonna
keep. Yeah, we'll be. Yeah, exactly.
Man.
We'll record tomorrow after we drive for 12 hours.
But they're always gonna know where I'm at. Why bother running? Like, we got to remove the tag. We got to get it.
Well, you
my ass.
You think they're smart enough to like predict where we're going? Like, you don't think they're going to just like chase
they took a beeper thing and they shoved it up my butt, and then they implanted it and embedded it, and it's like a bug kind of thing. Yeah.
That sucks.
The government probed me.
The government probed you. Well, I mean,
like it.
We should run at least until we figure out how to get that out of there. So we'll update you guys the next time we're back. Safe travels. We got to get out of here. Good night. Green and Faceless on the Couch is a proud production of FictionWorks 19. Are you a fan of the show? Feel free to contact us at greenandfacelessfans@gmail.com or visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, or rate us on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for listening.